Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School. It is home of the Panthers, and it is WPIAL Girls Volleyball Night. It's September 9th, and it's a really neat night outside, nice and cool. Fall temperatures settling in. And tonight, the Panthers welcome the Falcons of Connellsville High School to the gym tonight for the Panthers' third contest of the season. So far, the girls are 2-0, having beaten Albert Gallatin and Trinity by identical 3-0 scores. Connellsville comes in on a three-match winning streak rather themselves. They're here at 3-0. Panthers are 2-0. This promises to be a pretty interesting contest. Both teams are about half seniors. We saw the Panthers for the first time this season last week against Albert Gallatin, and they put them away pretty handily. We'll get the starting lineup set as time progresses here. What you'll see is Susan McLean, number one, starting off with the serve. She's the setter. Rachel Jones, number two, the sophomore libero. Casey Perriman wears number 12. Actually, that is Rachel Jones wearing number 4 tonight. She was originally shown to be number 2 in the program. She's number 4. And Susan McLean starts off with the first serve for the Panthers. From left side, the block goes right back to the Falcons. From left side again, just over the tip of the front line. Set from Susan McLean. Back set to Alex Corey. Comes right back and rescued out of there by Susan McLean. From the back row, that's number 15, Madison Stromberg. Nice little opening rally for both squads to the left side now, and that is Nina Camacho, the senior hitter, and she gets the first point and kill of the night. Nina Camacho off the Susan McLean set, and the Panthers draw first blood at 1-0. Susan McLean backs up with that serve again. Right hand serve, no spin knuckleball. Handled by number 1, that's Nikki Kino. Well, you know what? That sort of counts as an ace. It went over and didn't come back. We'll give it to her. You like it's a little more power with that, but it's a point. It counts, and Susan McLean sticks with a serve. Nice little floater again. Comes right in the middle of the defense. Back set to the right side, and off the St. Clair block. Kept alive. And one more. Not going to go over. That'll be 4 hits. Nice dig attempt there on the left corner. But that gives the Falcons their first point, and this will be number 15, Cassie Show. She's a junior right side hitter with the first Falcon serve. Would have gone out, but Nina Camacho chose to retrieve it instead. Alex Corey, the senior, up high from the left side, whacks it right into the net, and that's a point for the Falcons. But match all knotted up at 2. This is real early in game number 1 of a best-of-5 match. The games go each to 25. You win them by 2, and the first 1 to 3 games wins the match. Casey Perriman, the junior middle hitter, trying to ooze that ball over the net, didn't quite make it. It hits right smack middle of the net. Connellsville sticking with a serve. Cassie Shaw one more time. And that one does go way long by about 8 feet. Nice and long that way. She's got to get out of the weight room, that one, but it's a 3-3. Game is all knotted up at 3, and this will be Nina Camacho, the senior outside hitter, back for the serving chores for the Panthers. Little side spin serve right to the back row, rescued nicely, but no power from Connellsville. From the back row, top spin handle out of there by Rachel Jones. Up in the back row, that is Nina Camacho, way wide, just about as long as that last serve was from Connellsville. That goes out of bounds, side out, and point to the Falcons. 4-3 Falcon lead. Seems to be some confusion at the scorer's bench. It looks like this is Caitlin McCormick, the senior setter, stepping back to serve. Let's see if everybody's in the right place at the right time. Meanwhile, we haven't missed much. We're still real early in game number 1 of the best-of-5 match. It's 4-3 Connellsville. So far, it's been pretty interesting. There's a couple of service errors, some very nice net play. And it's the first time we've seen Connellsville. They're new to this section, but we've reshuffled the sections. Traditionally, we would have seen Mount Lebanon, Bethel Park, and some of our near neighbors. Right now, we're in a section that includes a lot of teams from the southeast of Pittsburgh. We may be the most northern team in the section. We've got Connellsville, Albert Gallatin, Peters Township, Cannon McMillan, and a couple others down there. And we'll see them during the course of the season. It's new.
She blocked it, and then there's a
handled them.
In terms of how she
time and delay. Everything is in order. And number 7, Caitlin McCormick, steps back behind the line for the Connellsville serve. Falcons leading 4-3. Little top spin serve off the back wrist. Rachel Jones does get it over, though. Keeps the ball in play. Not much the Falcons can do with that. Rachel Jones to the front line. Susan McLean, traditional set that time. And Alex Corey, that was Casey Perryman, number 12, with the slicing attack that lands just to the edge of the Falcons bench. And that is Casey Perryman's first kill of the night. And game one's all knotted up at 4. And Casey Perryman right back to the back line for the serve. Just over the net. Little center set, little short set that time, and it lands out, called out. Really nice little short set to the middle. You don't see that very often. You sometimes see the short sets going to the sides, the right and left, but not to the middle like that. Casey Perryman again with a serve, and the Panthers leading 5-4. Back set to the right side this time. Slicing attack off the St. Clair block, but out of bounds. Nice double block performed by Emily Muller, and it looked like Madison Stromberg. But that one landed out of bounds, side out and point to the Falcons. And the team's trading points right now, even up at 5-all. Leah Ambrosini, the middle hitter senior, serving now for the Falcons. Over the top and off the tip, that is Madison Stromberg with her first kill. She's a junior. Outside hitter for the Panthers, gives the Panthers back the tiny lead at 6-5. And Alex Corey, senior number 16, to the back line for the serve. Just drops it over. That's an ace. That falls right in the middle of the donut hole. Alex Corey with her first service ace of the night, 2 for the team. And it's a 2-point lead for the Panthers at 7-5. Alex Corey again tries the same technique, comes up a bit short. That net is 7-8 in girls play. That one was about 7-3, did not make it over the net. Number 10 steps up for the serve. This is Gabrielle Smith, a right side hitter for the Falcons. Top spin serve. Rachel Jones brings it to the front line. Right side, and nicely done by Madison Stromberg, but returned by the Falcons. A block that time, and that works. Madison Stromberg, first block for a point tonight by the Panthers. The side out. Point to St. Clair's substitution. Number 20 is on the floor, Lauren Williams. She's a junior defensive specialist. She'll substitute for Madison Stromberg. Madison takes a quick break. We'll see her again. And Lauren Williams right to the serve. From the left side, yeah, that was nicely done. Casey Show for the Falcons, rattled off the wrist of the block and down on the St. Clair side of the floor, point and side out for the Falcons. Nikki Kino, senior outside hitter, now serving quickly for the Falcons. The overpass goes right over the net, almost dug out by Anita Camacho. It was sort of a miracle Alex Corey got to that thing. It was a pretty nice dig. But the overpass sent it right over onto the Connellsville side and put away. And the match is all knotted up again at 8. Left-handed serve from Nikki Kino. And that kind of drops over, service ace for Nikki. And Connellsville has the first lead of the night at 9-8. That kind of fooled the Panther back line. They're starting to get things sorted out as we look at it here. Little jump serve, left-handed. Susan McLean to Emily Muller, pounds that ball down and not going to come back. Emily Muller, the 6'3" middle hitter for the Panthers, also plays basketball, collects the point and takes a spot on the bench, the substitution. Hard, low driving serve by Rachel Jones. It comes right back by Connellsville. Lauren Williams pulls it out of the Susan McLean now from the back row. Rachel Jones top spin, handled by the Falcons. They won't get an attack attempt out of that. Susan McLean, yeah, it's rare the setter gets an attack attempt like that. Susan didn't quite make it over the net, rattles off her wrist. Connellsville has the lead back at 10-9. De Libero, Brianna Woods, serving now for Connellsville. She serves it about 3 feet long. You still like to have those serves land on the back line. The defense, that back row, has trouble deciding what to do with it. But that's where it doesn't quite work if it goes a little bit long. And yeah, Connellsville does get it over. Susan McLean now. Very nice. Susan McLean to Casey Perryman. Guides that one off the wrist of a Falcons player and out of bounds into the Falcon bench. And St. Clair grabs the lead back at 11-10. These games go to 25. You win them by 2. And in rally scoring, somebody scores a point every time there's a serve. Nicely done by the Falcons that time into the St. Clair block and down to the floor. Match all knotted up at 11. Team's been trading points for quite a while here. Top spin serve dug up by Rachel Jones. Alex Corey just pokes the ball over the net, and will it come back? It does, right in the hands of Casey Perryman with a two-handed place block. It really puts that thing right away on the floor. Panthers get the side out and lead back. Now, senior Nina Camacho steps up. We didn't see her last week. She had a foot injury last week. Nice to see her recover from that and back in the starting lineup. She's got the serve. And from the back row, what's Connellsville got from the left hand and out of bounds. Nikki Kino had a pretty good beat in it, but sent it about 5 feet long. Works out for the Panthers. That 2-point lead is back at 13-11. Easy serve just over the net. Handled by the Falcons. Comes right back. Susan McLean keeping it alive. Will it go over? Yes, indeed. Madison Stromberg gets it over the net. To the left side now and into the St. Clair block. They had a call for it. Not a block exactly. Went into the net. And the 4-hit violation. You only get 3. The 4-hit violation sends that point back to the Panthers. Now the largest lead of the match for Upper St. Clair at 14-11 with Nina Camacho serving. High toss and a jump serve, and that one lands out. The jump serve is a powerful tool when you can get up that high, and usually the ball comes down with a vicious topspin. But you do lose a little bit of control when you're stuck way up in the air like that, and that's what happened to Nina. We know she'll be back with that thing. She's got a powerful jump serve. We shall see that later in the match. 14-12 Panthers. Caitlin McCormick with the Falcon serve. Casey Perriman off the tip and handled back right to the net. That overpass, those are tough to dig out of the net. Casey Perriman, 4 kills on the night for Casey. The overpass is when it doesn't go to the front line players. It goes beyond them, usually ends up in the net, and they can be extremely difficult to tear out of there and keep in play. Casey Perriman with the serve, not quite long enough for Casey. She subs out, and this brings number 4 Rachel Jones, the libero, back in. Another long serve. They got to get these girls out of the weight room. That was Leah Ambrosini, the senior middle hitter for Connellsville. Trading points. Now the Panthers have got a nice little 3-point lead, and as you approach 20-point territory, you like to have a little cushion to work with. That's where the Panthers are headed. Another service error. Alex Corey this time hit it into the tape. Could use another 4 or 5 inches of height on that. Side out and point to Connellsville. Gabrielle Smith, sophomore right side hitter with that serve. Emily Muller with the attempt, and it goes actually nicely tipped by Nikki Kino of the Falcons off to St. Clair hands and out of bounds. Point to Connellsville. They creep back within 1 at 16-15 Panthers. Nice diving serve right over the net. Nina Camacho dug it out of there, but not enough to keep it in play, and that service ace knots them game number 1 here, all up at 16. It's game 1 of a best-of-5 match. You got to win 3 of these games to win the match. Off a tip, off 2 tips, and that is Madison Stromberg with her second kill tonight. Madison gives that lead and side out back to the Panthers. Trading points again, 17-16. Nobody can seem to get an advantage here. Madison right back to do the serving. 17-16 St. Clair just over the net. From the left side off the St. Clair block. Returned by the Falcons. Back set right side. And Nina Camacho from the left side for the Panthers and off a wrist rather. And out of bounds Nina Camacho. 2 kills tonight. 2-point lead for the Panthers at 18-16. Madison Stromberg, the junior outside hitter with the St. Clair serve. To the front line, little short set, but into the St. Clair block. Well, actually into the net, not into the block. 4 hits called again. Here again, you only get 3, and the first time out of the match called by Coach Sarah Puckstaller of the Falcons of Connellsville High. Pretty balanced match so far. We've seen some excellent attacks, good kills, 2 service aces, and a couple of service mistakes that have kept this match knotted up close. It's 19-16 3-point Panther lead. Casey Perriman, junior number 12, leading all hitters right now with 4 kills for the Panthers. Nina Camacho, the senior outside hitter, number 21, she's got 2. Madison Stromberg, number 15, also has 2, and Emily Muller, the 6'3" middle hitter, with 1. Panthers have had this 3-point lead. This is the 3rd time tonight they've had that. And it always seems like Connellsville crawls back, eats into that 3-point lead, and ends up tying up the match. Let's see what fancy serve Madison Stromberg has ready for us. Then that is a little top spin number. Dug out from the back row, right side. Nikki Kino off a St. Clair hand lands in, and Nikki Kino, she's hitting from the right side with the left hand. That's kind of confusing for the players. But it's a side out and point for Connellsville. It's a 19-17 Panther lead. Substitution, this brings Lauren Williams, number 20, back on the floor. Number 15, Madison Stromberg, takes a break. Those two will substitute a lot. One play in the front row, one play in the back. Lauren's a defensive specialist, left-handed serve handled by Alex Corey. Susan McLean back to Lauren Williams, just popping the ball over the net. No threat there, and that one goes way wide. Number 20, Catherine Healy, sophomore middle hitter for Connellsville, and there's that 3-point lead back for the Panthers. This time Rachel Jones gets the serve. She's wearing the libero jersey. The libero can substitute freely, come and go as she pleases, usually a back row specialist. A little dunk right over the net, handled, backed up by Alex Corey. Very nice to Nina Camacho. Yes, Nina Camacho, the slicing attack from the left side. 3 kills for Nina tonight, and now it's a 4-point lead. Panthers in pretty good shape here in game number 1. 4-point lead at 21-17. Just a little short serve over the net. Overpass, and Casey Perryman knew exactly what to do with that, and hoped she didn't dent that valuable polyurethane floor. I play basketball there on Saturday mornings. I hate to have to work around a divot. She hit that one pretty hard, and that's a 5-point Panther lead at 22-17. Hard driving serve handled by Connellsville. On the left side into the St. Clair block, but it came down on the St. Clair side. Connellsville just delaying what we hope is the inevitable here with another point and side out. 22-18, Panthers lead by 4. 25 is the game. You have to win by 2. Lauren Williams to Susan McLean, and Casey Perriman just dumping it over the net, and it works. It's not always how hard you hit him. It is where. Casey Perriman, credit for that point. It's a 5-point Panther lead again. Susan McLean now, the junior setter, back to do the serving. Little backspin serve. Right side by Connellsville, and lands in. Sort of came to Susan McLean's right. She was headed left. Couldn't quite recover in time, and it's a 4-point Panther lead. Now 23-19. Panthers need just 2 points to bring home game number 1. Cassie Show, right side hitter for the Falcons with the serve. Oh boy, rattled right off Rachel Jones' wrist, not out of bounds. Service ace for the Falcons. That one hit somebody in the crowd. I hope everybody's all right. Three-point Panther lead now at 23-20. Cassie Show again, top spin serve. Rachel Jones covers at that time. Short set to the Casey Perriman, and off a tip Rachel Jones again to the front. Susan McLean with a back set. Alex Corey with power, but not quite enough to get by the Falcons. Same plan. Left side this time, and Nina Camacho rolls it along the top of the net, but that is a point for Connellsville, and it's 23-21. Panthers still needing only 2 to close out this match, but that's been 3 in a row for Connellsville. Rachel Jones, Susan McLean now from the back row. That's Lauren Williams with the top spin attack. Back set, right side, Alex Corey lands in, called in. Hit that back line, Alex Corey with her first kill tonight, and that gives the Panthers now 3 game points in hand at 24-21. Madison Stromberg, number 15, back on the floor. Lauren Williams out. Madison plays the front row. Nina Camacho, the senior. Little short set, and the block works. Casey Perryman with the block for the point. And Upper St. Clair takes game number 1 of this best-of-5 match, 25-21. We'll take a quick break here. My name's Kevin McGahey. Pat Ty, my videographer tonight. Stay with us. We'll be right back for game number 2. We are back. That was only milliseconds for you. It was about 3 minutes for us between games, and we start up with game number 2 of this best-of-5 match. The Connellsville Falcons with the initial serve. Casey Perryman with the initial attack attempt. Didn't mean much that time. And that one sails way long off the hand of Gabrielle Smith, the sophomore right side hitter for Connellsville. And as in game number 1, the St. Clair Panthers draw first blood at 1-0. Game number 1, as you saw, was very close the entire way till the Panthers pulled away a little bit at the end to win by 4. The right side, Alex Corey, but in the net. Yep, you can see that from here. Her momentum carried her in the net. She made the attack all right, but your body cannot make contact with that net, and you can't put a full foot over that middle black line. Point and side out to Connellsville, and that is number 7. That's Caitlin McCormick. Senior set it with the serve. Alex Corey gets another shot at it. Kind of an odd set. Came in too low, and nobody was standing there. 4 hits called. You only get 3. And that gives the point and side out now over to the Panthers. Trading points in this game just like they did most of last. It's Nina Camacho, number 21, the senior outside hitter, with that serve for St. Clair. Herky-jerky motion, top spin serve, lands about 3 feet long. Yeah, as I'd said before, you still like to have them land right on that back line. Confuses the back row players whether they return it or not. Did not work out for the Panthers that time, and we are tied at 2. Lee Ambrosini for the Panthers. And then there it is, just like I was talking about. That one lands right on the end line, and it turns out the back row doesn't really know whether to go after it or not. But St. Clair chose not to go after it. It drops right in the line. First service ace for Leah Ambrosini. She gets another shot at it. Hard driving knuckle serve. Nina Camacho lofting the ball over, keeping it in play. And the left-hander from the right side, Nikki Kino again. And right now, the Connellsville Falcons have their largest lead of the match at 4-2. Yes, we're early in game number 2. Panthers haven't taken game number 1 in this best-of-5 match. Casey Perryman with a nice little short set. Casey Perryman, 6-7 now kills tonight for Casey, and the Panthers get one back side out and point St. Clair. It's 4-3. Emily Muller, the 6'3" senior, come number 18, on the floor to play the front line. Casey Perryman with that serve. Twisting serve. Falcons handle it. Yeah, another unusual set, having to stretch to get to that one. No power to Alex Corey, though, right to the libero for Connellsville. Got to hit them where they ain't, and that goes right into the St. Clair block. Catherine Healy, number 20, for the Falcons. Yep, 4 hits. Madison Stromberg had another pretty good look at it, but hit it right into the net. The extra hit gives the side out and point to Connellsville. Gabrielle Smith with that serve. Well, Madison Stromberg popped it up pretty well, but the St. Clair side kind of stood there and looked at it as it dropped on the floor. Now the Connellsville up 6-3, 3-point Falcon lead. Hard driving serve dug out of there by Nina Camacho. From the back row, that's Susan McLean keeping the ball in play. Short set, push shot over the net. Susan McLean to the center. Emily Muller lands her in right in that back right corner. Nicely placed by Emily. Panthers get the side out and point, trailing by 2, 6-4 Connellsville. Little top spin serve, dug out of there by Gabrielle Smith to the front line, left side, off the hands of Rachel Jones over the back line, and a hard attack and point for the Falcons, trading points now. That 3-point lead is back 7-4 for Connellsville. Left-handed serve, that's Nikki Kino, and that ace lands right at Rachel Jones' feet. Unable to handle it, rattles off her wrist and right over toward Coach Yoko Nagao. Now Connellsville with their largest lead of the match at 8-4. Panthers need a couple of points in a hurry here, and there's one of them. Little hop serve by Nikki Kino lands square in the middle of the net. Panthers get 1 point back. Let's see if number 15 Madison Stromberg can string together a couple here. Nice little easy serve, but it does rattle off the side of a wrist there. Connellsville kept in place. Susan McLean now right side. It's Nita Camacho with a slicing attack over pass. Handled again by Connellsville. Nicely done there. Susan McLean now to the left side. Nita Camacho again off her wrist and out of bounds. Nita Camacho. 4 kills tonight. Panthers get 2 of them back. Trailer now by 2. 8-6 Connellsville. Nothing much on that serve. Handled by the Falcons. Now with the left side. Off a wrist, off the block of Emily Muller, and that was Cassie Show, number 15, with the slicing attack. Connellsville gets the ball and the point rather, and side out. Brianna Woods wearing the blue libero jersey for the Falcons, doing the serving. Alex scored. Susan McLean in the front line. Emily Muller just stinks the ball over the net. Handled by the Falcons. The Falcons defense pretty good. They're picking up a lot of these that you think would normally go down. That's Susan McLean on the 2 ball.
Focusing on play.
Donut hole right in the middle of the defense. She just popped it over, scored the point. Side out Panthers. Rachel Jones with the serve into the tape again. Panthers with a lot of service errors tonight that they probably should take care of pretty quick. Point and side out again, trading points with Connellsville. Casey Perryman finding an open spot on the floor just in front of Nikki Kino playing the background. That's Casey Perryman now with 8 kills to her credit in 2 games tonight. Here we are back within 2. Susan McLean with a little hop serve, and it goes long. Well, I think Coach Nagao is probably going to have them do some serving practice this week. That's a lot of points the Panthers have given up already tonight on service errors, long and short. Caitlin McCormick, the senior setter now for Connellsville. Rachel Jones, Susan McLean, and Casey Perryman again. The combination's working great. Rachel Jones from the back, Susan McLean to the front. The set to Casey Perryman. Madison Stromberg, number 15, back on the floor. Lauren Williams, number 20. On the bench, and it's a quick timeout and gives us a chance to catch our breath here. Panthers playing catch-up here this entire second game of this match. They won the first one 25-21, but it's been a case of service errors, and Connellsville having some pretty good hitting here tonight in game number 2 that they did not really have in game number 1. Leading all killers tonight for the Panthers is still Casey Perryman with 9. Nina Camacho, the senior hitter, with 4. Madison Stromberg, number 15, the junior, has 2. Emily Muller, number 18, the senior, with 2. Alex Corey with 1. And Susan McLean with her 2-ball kill just a few minutes ago. 11-9. Connellsville leads. Panthers with the serve. Nina Camacho, the senior, number 21, will be doing that serving. Little topspin serve pulled out of there by the Falcons. Left side, middle rather, and that's Nikki Kino again. Strong on the attack, but going way long, and the Panthers have crept back within 1. They haven't been this close in a little while now. It's 11-10. Still plenty of time for the Panthers to string together some points here and come away with game number 2. Nina Camacho with that serve. Top spin. Not a good set. Yeah, double hit called. There was a back set, but it rolled off the hands of setter Caitlin McCormick. And now the match is knotted up at 11, all tied up. Nina Camacho, seniors, continues with that serve. Right to the net left side now, off the St. Clair block. Alex Corey now to Madison Stromberg, keeping the ball in play to the back row. And Connellsville won't have much of a shot at it. And Rachel Jones with a nice dig. Just at the net, the joust won. Well, it landed on the net. The joust won by Connellsville. They get the side out end point and the lead back at 12-11 as Leah Ambrosini, senior middle hitter, steps back to do the top spin serve. Panthers were caught out of rotation that time. Out of place on the serve. You got to be left, right, center. But they did not record a point. Madison Stromberg just over the front line, and the cover was excellent by the Falcons. And again, Casey Perriman, not how hard you hit him, it's where. Casey Perriman now 10 kills tonight, not the hardest, but they do find open spots on the floor. Panthers back within one. It's a 13-12 Connellsville lead. That was indeed a rotation violation. Point awarded to Connellsville just a minute ago. There's some confusion at the scoreboard. Cassie Show walloping one into the bottom half of the net, and we're tied at 13. Panthers have edged their way back to tie this. Now they could use a couple points back to back and stretch out a lead here as we get to 20-point territory. Casey Perriman with the serve, and that one goes right off the wrist of Brianna Woods. Casey Perriman with the service. Ace 3 tonight for the Panthers. I'm sure that caught Brianna Woods and her partner over there, Cassie Show, as a I got it, thought you take it kind of a thing. It was right in between and well done. Nikki Kino, but Nina Camacho handles it. Little short set block comes right back. That was Emily Muller with that block for a point. Number 18, her first of the night. And the Panthers indeed have the lead back, and it's a 2-point lead now at 15-13. Casey Perriman still with that serve. A little top spin number. Falcons pick it up nicely. Set to the left side. Alex Corey finds the just inside the back row. Alex Corey stretching high for her second kill tonight. 16-13, and just what we needed. The Panthers have strung together 4 points in a row to take a pretty decent lead here. About 2/3 of the way through game number 2 of this best-of-5 match. Panthers won the first one 25-21. Top spin serve. Nikki Keenan with a nice soft attack and gotten back over by Madison Stromberg. Well done, ladies. Nikki Keenan not into the block, into the net. And the Panthers now the happy victims of some awkward hitting by the Connellsville Falcons, and it's 17-13, 4-point Panther lead. Casey Perriman now has strung together 5 straight points. See if she can make it 6. Top spin serve. The 2-ball does not fool the Panthers. Madison Stromberg into the block and out of bounds. Madison Stromberg, well done, with power off the Connellsville block. And it's a 5-point Panther lead at 18-13. Panthers have come back remarkably here. They were down by 4 earlier in the match, now lead by 5. And the wheels have sort of come off the Connellsville wagon here in game number 4. Game number 2, sorry. And another one that sort of rattles off a hand and off the net and out of bounds. Panthers now 6-point lead at 19-13. A timeout called by Coach Sarah Puckstaller of Connellsville to see whether she can regroup these troops here and not let this game get away from which they seem to have had pretty well in hand earlier here in game number 2. It's 19-13. The Panthers have come alive with a vengeance, with good hitting, good defense, and causing Connellsville to make some mistakes here. Casey Perriman still leads with 10 kills tonight. Nina Camacho hanging in there at second with 4. Madison Stromberg 3, Alex Corey 2, Emily Muller 2. Still hanging in at 3 service aces against Albert Gallatin last week. We saw a huge number of service aces. The defense a little bit better this week for Connellsville, who came into this match at 3-0. Panthers in here at 2-0, having won their first 2 section matches. 3 games to none over Trinity, 3 games to none over Albert Gallatin, currently leading Section 2 in WPIAL Girls Volleyball. Timeout is over. Connellsville regroups, and let's see what Casey Perriman's got. She has served 8 points in a row. See what she's got up her sleeve this time. Well, they don't actually wear sleeves, but if they did, she'd have something up it. Top spin serve. Little short set to the middle and long. Nikki Kino again hits with power with the left hand, but long, and the My mistake, excuse me. Must have gone off a Panther hand. Somebody touched it. I was screened on the play. Point and side out to Connellsville. And Gabrielle Smith with the serve. Madison Stromberg. Oh, that time it's off the tip, off the hands of Brianna Woods. So what the tip gods give it, they take it away. Now the Panthers have a nice 6-point cushion here in 20-point territory. Just where you want to be. And Alex Corey, the senior, with that driving serve. Does it come back? Yes, it does. A nice recovery by the Falcons. That Madison Stromberg stretched a little bit for that, arched her back and was a little out of position. Probably could have gotten that one, but hammers it into the net. Side out, point to Connellsville. Back within 5. Left-handed jump serve. Well done. And Susan McLean on the 2-ball again. Susan McLean just really guided the ball over the net. It was probably headed there anyway, but guided the ball over the net onto the floor in the donut hole, and the Panthers now by 6 again. Madison Stromberg serving. And there's another ace. That's Gabrielle Smith. It was a pretty decent pass to the front line, but nobody was there. Madison Stromberg's first ace of the night. Panthers now by 7 after trailing by 4 earlier in the match. Good little bit there. Nice Rachel Jones coming up with that. Oh, Susan McLean had made a good effort at it. So Madison Stromberg probably could have gotten to that ball first, but Susan McLean made a valiant effort at it. Side out and point to Connellsville. Substitution, number 17 back on the floor. That's Leah Ambrosini. Number 20, Catherine Healy, takes a break. 6-point Panther lead. Brianna Woods with a serve. A looping, high arcing serve. Emily Muller off a tip. And the overpass that time did not fool. Panther Nina Camacho with a slicing attack just behind number 15, Cassie Show. Nina Camacho, 5 kills. Now the Panthers needing just 2 points to bring in game number 2 of this best of 5 match. And the Panthers have not lost a game yet this year. They're 3-0, 3-0 in their first 2 matches. To the front row. Yeah, that one worked. It was actually a low set. Leah Ambrosini, number 17 for Connellsville, made a pretty nice recovery. Rolled that one over the net onto the St. Clair side. It's okay with the Panthers to trade points right now. They only need 2 of them. Yeah, that overpass. Lauren Williams hit that one right into the net. Came right back to the Panthers, still leading by 5, but let's not get complacent here. It's time to put 2 more points on the board and put game number 2 on our side of the ledger. Susan McLean tries a 2-ball again, but that one was right into the block of Leah Ambrosini. They were looking for that this time. Susan just didn't get it high enough. The lead is down to 4. Cassie Show still with the Connellsville serve. Lauren Williams to Susan McLean now from the back row. That's just Alex Corey. Coming up a little short. And the Panthers have let the Falcons back into this with 4 consecutive points. It's 23-20. Panthers still leading, but needing a side out right now to stop this little run. And it works. Here again, not how hard you hit him, it's where. Nina Camacho makes that one count, and now the Panthers have 4 game points in hand. You score a point every time somebody serves, and the Panthers just need 1 more to finish off game number 2. Susan McLean with a serve. Little short set, and it finds the center of the St. Clair defense. That's Leah Ambrosini again. For Connellsville, 24-21. Panthers needing this one. The receiving team has the advantage. They always get the first crack at a bump set attack. And here comes Lauren Williams to the front row. Susan McLean to the left side. Alex Corey off the block, recovered by the Panthers. Susan McLean. Right side, Nikki Kino off the hand of Rachel Jones. Panthers just needing 1 more, and they seem they've struggled here to try to get the 2 points they've needed to close out game number 2. Caitlin McCormick one more time with the Connellsville serve. And there it is, Casey Perriman putting away with a little dump shot over the front row, and that does it for the St. Clair Panthers, capturing game number 2. This time it's 25-22. Panthers go up 2 games to none. Pat Ty, my videographer, and I, Kevin McGahey, will be right back for game number 3. Stick with us, everybody. Thanks for staying with us, everybody. Kevin McGay here, right back here with Pat Ty. After a couple of milliseconds break for you, we are back for game number 3 of a best-of-5 match with the Upper St. Clair girls volleyball team hosting the Falcons of Connellsville. And it's 2-0 right now. St. Clair over Connellsville. Alex Corey off a tip. Comes right back, and Rachel Jones, net violation. I was screened, somebody was in the net, but for the first time tonight, Connellsville draws first blood, and it's 1-0 Falcons. Panthers won game number 1, 25-21. They just won game number 2, 25-22. Casey Perriman did not get enough power on that with a place block, but she gets another shot, and bang, down on the floor, Casey Perriman. 12 kills for Casey Perriman already tonight. That's a pretty good number. That's what you want to see out of your hitters. And this is senior Nina Camacho back with a herky-jerky serve from the back row. No jump serve, but she does get it over with a nice top spin. Four-hit. We couldn't see whether it was in a block or into the net. It was in the net. And that violation sends the point over to the Panthers. Nina Camacho continues with that serve. And here in game number 3, the Panthers lead 2-1. The games go to 25. You win them by 2. You win 3 of them, and the home crowd goes home early and happy. Nina Camacho again. Little short set and lands in just inside the corner. That's Leah Ambrosini, number 17, the middle hitter for Connellsville. Nicely done to pluck it just inside that back right corner, right under the linesperson. Rachel Jones to Susan McLean. Lands in, not tipped, but lands in. Very nicely done by Madison Stromberg. 5 kills on the night for Madison. Panthers get that lead back at 3-2. Casey Perriman, number 12, the junior middle hitter, with a St. Clair serve. To the right side, Lee Ambrosini again, and tips it off the net. Geez, if you could just coach that and do that every time. When it ticks the net, it throws the whole timing of the defense off, and it's tough to get that ball once where you anticipate it's going. Doesn't happen anymore. Lee Ambrosini with the serve. 3-3, all tied up, game number 3. Madison Stromberg, but right into the Falcon block. (4-3), Connellsville Falcons with the lead. Knuckle serve, no spin in it at all. Emily Muller looking for a spot on the floor, did not find it. New player on the floor for Connellsville. That is Larissa Pourbaugh, number 5 for Connellsville. She hits it into the net, side out point for the Panthers, and it's tied up at 4. Senior Alex Corey to the back line for the serve. Little backspin serve. And she digs that one right off the floor. It goes long. Nice hit attempt, but it goes long, Madison Stromberg. Side out and point to Connellsville. Well, if last game is any indication, Connellsville did get up by 4 or 5 points, I think, in game number 2. Panthers came roaring back to win that one, and the Emily Muller hit goes right into the block by Catherine Healy. And the Connellsville Falcons have a 2-point lead now at 6-4. Larissa Pourbaugh, senior, back to the back line to serve. Susan McLean, that one went, I don't know whether she intended it to go over, but it did. An odd sequence of events there. Emily Muller this time, right inside the back row. Nice set by Susan McLean. Well struck by Emily Muller, and that's her 3rd successful kill tonight. Substitution back on the floor for Connellsville. Gabrielle Smith, the sophomore right side hitter, and off is Larissa Pourbaugh. And Madison Stromberg steps back for the St. Clair serve. Just over the net, the old hit him on the net and roll. Madison Stromberg. Geez, if you could just learn to do that every time. I just got through saying how it upsets the defense timing, and that's exactly what happened as it rolled right over that, sort of oozed over the net. But it counts, we'll take it. Set to the left side, just over the front row. Covered by Nina Camacho, but not quite enough on it to get it back in play. Connellsville with the side out and the point, leading 7-6. Game number 3 of this best of 5 match. There's a slide play. They're nines, they call it, and it work does not. Yes, it does. That's where number 18, Emily Muller, this middle hitter, slides behind the setter to do a slicing attack from the right side. Worked out for Emily. The slide play, I wonder why they don't use it more. It works every time it's tried. Rachel Jones with a hard driving serve right to the Connellsville net. Into the St. Clair block. Casey Perriman, no. Dug out of there by Connellsville again. Alex Corey, well done, and that one lands out. Wow, Alex Corey with a dangerous overpass. Luckily, the Falcons took wind of that and hit it just about 6 inches long, but it was indeed out. Beyond the back line, Rachel Jones again with a hard driving serve for an ace. Right between the back row, Rachel Jones, her first ace of the night. 6 total for the team, and it's a 2-point Panther lead at 9-7. There's the rolling. Works again. Now, I'm sure Rachel would have wanted that one back. She thought it was going to drop short. It dropped just over the net. Another ace for the Panthers and a 3-point lead. Again, she does it. Geez, here again, if you could just teach that every time. It's out. It is off a St. Clair tip and out of bounds. Someone on the St. Clair side, maybe Susan McLean, got a fingernail on that and tipped it as it was going out of bounds. That's the side out and point for the Connellsville Falcons, trailing by 2, 10-8 for the Panthers lead. Nina Camacho off a lovely Susan McLean set. Nina Camacho, 7 kills tonight. Leads second leading killer for the Panthers, trailing only Casey Perriman, who has 12. 3-point Panther lead at 11-8, and this is Susan McLean, the junior setter, for the serve. Little back set to the right side off a St. Clair block and recovered by Connellsville. The defense has been pretty doggone good tonight. Getting to balls. Nina Camacho again, no power. The overpass, though, hits right on the net, the antenna, and out of bounds. Panthers with the largest lead of game number 3 at 12-8. Susan McLean continues with that serve substitution. This is Larissa Pourbaugh, the senior for Connellsville, back on the floor, substituting for Gabrielle Smith. The sophomore takes a break. We expect to see them in the front line, back line substitution scheme. Susan McLean, good serve. Picked up by the Falcons and into the St. Clair block. Panthers net violation. Sorry, I wasn't watching, couldn't see who did it, but the net violation sends the side out and point to the Falcons. Cassie Show with this Connellsville serve. Well done by Casey Perriman off the Connellsville block and out of bounds. That side out and point back now to the Panthers. Lead is 13-9, 4 points. Substitution, first time we've seen her tonight. This is freshman Kelsey Mahenko, number 17 on the floor. Lauren Williams was on the floor, so I didn't get to see her sneak in. We saw Kelsey play last week against Albert Gallen. She did very well. This will be her second home varsity experience. Nia Camacho, the senior hitter, back for the St. Clair serve. Oh, the short set. Leah Ambrosini for Connellsville puts that one away, and a hard driving attack on the St. Clair side. Side out, point to Connellsville. Another substitute, another freshman on the, sorry. Not yet. There's Kelsey Mahenko, who picks that one up to the front line. Susan McLean to the right side. Alex Corey, and recovered by the Falcons. Kept in play. Casey Perriman off a tip. Same deal. Defense very nice tonight for Connellsville, but not that offense. That was Larissa Pourbaugh. Kind of bent her wrist back, and that violation gives the Panthers a point. Panthers content to trade points right now. This is a good thing with a 4-point lead. Trading points is A-OK until the Panthers reach 20. Then you want to put the other team away. Rotation violation this time from Connellsville. Panthers were victimized last time. This time it's Connellsville who is out of position on the serve. If you watch closely, you'll see some deception going on. They stand side by side, but you're still one behind the other, rather. But you still have to be side by side in your regular rotation position. There is a service ace for Casey Perryman. Her second of the night rattles off a wrist and out of bounds, and the Panthers now with a 6-point lead in pretty good territory. Still a ways to go. Casey Perryman with a little side spin serve to the center, and Nikki Kino, left-handed. She can hit with power, but she got underneath that one and sailed it a good distance long. And the Panthers now with a 7-point lead at 7-10. This is game number 3. Panthers take this one, and this match is over. Kelsey Mahenko with 2 touches that time, and that one, that would have gone out of bounds, but Connellsville chose to play it. Larissa Poorball does not get over. Outside. Well, kind of valiant attempt by the Panthers. Did not make it back over. That sends a point inside out to the Falcons, and this will be senior Leah Ambrosini stepping back, number 17, for the Falcons with the serve. Hard driving serve, and it fooled Kelsey Mahenko. Service ace for the Falcons brings them back within 5. It's 17-12 Panthers. Game number 3. There's Kelsey just punching it over the net. No power, but the Connellsville does keep the ball in play. Susan McLean, nice set to Emily Muller. Didn't find an open spot, but that time the overpass. And they do cover. Very nice defense by the Falcons. Emily Muller punching it over that time, and it lands in. It's not how hard, it's where. And Emily Muller with her number 5 kill for tonight. 18-12, 6-point Panther lead. Alex Corey, the senior, number 16 rather, back with the serve. Just over the net, and that lands right at the feet of Larissa Poorball. Second ace tonight for Alex Corey. Much improved serving in this third game of the match. Game number 2, the Panthers had some pretty serious serving issues. They seem to have overcome those with a flurry of aces. And it's a 7-point Panther lead at 19-12. Just where you want to be. And another one falls right at the feet of Brianna Woods. Everybody, myself included, thought that one was going to hit into the net. It just barely cleared the net. And it's a third ace tonight. That one goes a little further and now handled by the Falcons. Panthers leading by 8. Very nice position to be in. Right side slide play. Came up a little short. Well, I said it worked every time. Worked almost every time. Emily Muller sliding behind the setter, Susan McLean, number 1, but slicing it into the net instead of over. Rachel Jones, Susan McLean. There's Kelsey Mahenko into the Connellsville block. Left side and off the hands of Alex Corey. She couldn't pull those hands back just fast enough. That might have gone wide out of bounds, but it did go off her fist. Point for Connellsville. Serve now to Gabrielle Smith, that sophomore right side hitter, number 10 for Connellsville. Not a terribly good set. Susan McLean tried to one-hand it. She was a little bit out of position. That bump in the back row came to her right side. Panthers letting the Falcons back in this one. Is 20-15. Overpass at the net. And fortunately, that one did not come back. That's Catherine Healy, who probably should have put that one right away. Did not. Works out for the Panthers, and the Panthers lead by 6 at 21-15. And this is freshman Kelsey Mahenko, number 17, with the Panther serve. Falcons won't get an attack attempt that time. Slide play again. Emily Muller puts it over. That's how it's supposed to work. Running the 9. The slide play by Emily Muller and Susan McLean. 6 kills tonight for Emily Muller, and the Panthers now a 7-point lead at 22-15. 3 more points, and we can all go home early tonight and happy to catch the opening series of Fringe, the new J.J. Abrams show. And from the back row, lands out. Yes, called out. Lands it right in front of the lines lady. Does land out, and the Panthers now with 2 points to go. before this match goes in the books, and the Panthers could start this whoopeel season with 9 consecutive game victories, 3 matches worth. Nina Camacho sails it long and wide. Just delaying the inevitable is 23-16 Panthers, and this is Nikki Kino, the senior outside hitter for Connellsville. They're from Uniontown, PA, in case you don't know. Down around that area somewhere. Little top spin serve. Emily Muller does not put it away, gets a second chance. More good defense from Nikki Kino. Nicely recovered by Rachel Jones. Nice little rally going on here. Some very nice defense. Emily Muller finally puts it away for the Panthers, and now the Panthers in excellent shape. 24-16, 8 match points in hand. Next point wins the match for the Panthers. Let's see what Rachel Jones can do. Nice and long, but way long. That's about 2.5 feet beyond the end line. Connellsville sticking around. Substitution. This brings Leah Ambrosini back on the floor. Brianna Woods with the serve. Alex Scory gets it to Susan McLean, and yeah, the set was ahead of Casey Perriman. The set could have come back from the net a little bit. Casey had to run up to try to get that one to push it over the net. Didn't quite work. Still 6 match points in hand for the Panthers. Another set that goes right over the net, but that works out just fine. Casey Perryman with the block for a point, and that'll be that. The Panthers start off the 2008 season with 3 consecutive section victories, this time over the Falcons of Connellsville by scores of 25-21, 25-22, and 25-18. Thanks, everybody, for watching us tonight. My name's Kevin McGahey, and I'll be with you all season long. The videographer has been Pat Ty tonight. Thanks a lot, Pat, for being here and helping out. We're glad you were with us, and stay tuned to Cable 7 for more volleyball action coming up this season. Thanks, everybody, and good night.